have you seen this video of this young lady on her first date with this guy, and she's she busting back a bunch of like oysters plate by plate, and she's stacking them and recording the whole process, and then she starts her meal and her drink. Homeboy goes to the bathroom, right, and just texts her like, "Girl, you tripping." Yeah. I think we're gonna play the video. Should we play the video?
Yeah, we can play the video.
Okay, watch the video, guys.
A few weeks ago, out with my friends, this been texting me for weeks, talking to himself. Why I didn't block him, I don't know. But today I was bored and I had time, so he texted me like, "Can we meet for drinks?" And I'm like, "Yeah, meet me here." They got the best oysters in Atlanta, like hands down. So I'm like, yes, I can get some content. Come on. It's so good. Y'all, when the fourth one came out, he was looking at me crazy. I didn't give a f. I'm like, baby, you invited me out. I'm gonna eat, and I was coming anyway. But I ain't gonna lie. No, I wouldn't have did all that, but I did do all that. It was so good. I was not expecting it to be that good. Oh my God. It was just so good. Like, I had to. It was so good. So after that, I'm like, baby, what's next? What I'm about to eat? These potatoes, they were so good. And the crab cakes, everything was so good. 10, baby. Why say he going to the bathroom and never come back? I'm like, hold the on. It's been like 10, 20, 30 minutes. I had to end up grabbing a tab. Left me with his little one drink. Yeah, bitch, I'm so glad you keep me some money, because what? That was crazy to me. And I said, you running out on the tab. He's talking about, I'm offering you to drink. What the talking about?
All right, Pops. What say you? Have this ever happened to you?
I think it had, but I never thought about it till I saw this. You know, I've been on first dates, and I was like, oh my, this is kind of expensive, you know, and trying to figure out, why did she pick this one? Now I know, right? But, you know, I tell you something, though, if there was an award for a heel with a purpose and you sided with them, that guy got it, though. You know what I'm saying? The one that he went to the bathroom, then went back to the cashier, paid for his one and only drink, and bounced.
Yeah, right.
Meanwhile, she's slurping,
right?
You know, and talking about good,
yeah, eating up all the oysters, right. 50 up to 50 of them. That's crazy.
I mean, and then she'll have room for food and drinks. That's insane, Keno.
I'm sitting in there getting mercury poisoning.
Right.
What?
You know, and I blame the guy. I blame the guy, Smitty, because.
Oh, do you really? How so? Why?
Yeah, you have to categorize the women.
Ooh.
Everybody is not meant to go to the oyster bar.
Some of them are meant to go to Applebee's.
Right. She was an Applebee's Chili's chick. I heard her talk. maybe a place with a number with your meal, like a number 4. So he just messed up on how he put in the little slot. So you know, there is oyster bar women. I just don't think she was one.
Yeah.
She was Golden Corral. That's where I would think her appetite was. To the all-you-can-eat buffet, boy.
Right, Captain D's. That's a fish and chips chick. You messed up.
Yeah. But do you think that's disrespectful, though? Do you think that's disrespectful?
What?
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, yeah. At least she could have had a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know, do you mind? And I can respect that. If she asked, I might have did it. Like, you know what? Go ahead. You ask. But just to blatantly do it and expect it, I think that crossed the line.
Well, maybe she didn't like the guy. Maybe she just trying to turn him off, you know, and by doing that. She took one look at him and said, this is not my thing. Let me do something ignorant and send him on his way. You don't have to worry about callback. Let's take him to the oyster bar. Take him to the bank, you know.
Listen, I think, honestly, as a woman, I always base whatever I eat off of what the guy's eating. So if he tells me, hey, I'm going to get a steak, I know whatever my budget is going to be underneath that steak amount. So if that steak is $45, I know my limit is $45.
Hey,
if he says, hey, let's get some more drinks, that's on you, brother.
Hey, Smitty, you raised this woman right here. That is the most profound thing I think I've ever heard her say.
Well, they ain't nothing. Number 4, she said, spend his money like you spend your money. What you can afford to
treat your
spend
pocket,
that.
treat your pocket like your pocket. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
because you won't even go overboard. But I think you've got to be realistic. Like I would feel so uncomfortable if you were spending $200 or $300 on a first date. Now, don't get me wrong; it has definitely happened to me, and I'm definitely impressed when it happens. But I don't go on a date thinking I'm about to, spend even over $100 for my meal.
Yeah. Is there an expectation when you go with a certain guy? If you know he's loaded and he doesn't spend a couple of $100s on dinner, is that a problem?
I'm going to be honest. I kind of date typically the same type of guy. So they're always loaded. So,
Okay.
So I think when I was younger, I was impressed by like Olive Garden and Red Lobster. Yeah. But for the most part, I will say that I subscribe to the idea that I don't like chain restaurants. But you can find little, you know what I mean? You can find little small restaurants, mom and pop, that are really nice and that are affordable. It's just about being creative.
Mm-hmm.
So no Olive Garden. That's all she's saying.
Side note, I love Olive Garden. So Olive Garden, if you want to sponsor this, I'm here for the breadsticks and the salad.
Yeah, I wonder, Keno, have you ever dated a woman that insists on paying her own tab?
Actually, yes, and in Atlanta, yeah, more times than not, and then some that just want to take care of it all.
Ooh.
Yeah. First few times hanging out.
Yeah.
Oh, treated you like you was surprised, huh?
Yeah, I am
definitely
surprised.
paid for first dates before. I've definitely paid for some accidentally too. I was on this date with this guy, and we were I guess the bill was like $120, and he pulls his card out. He's like, You got the number to Capital One, and I was like, snap, here we go. I was like, don't even worry about it, brother. I got it. But ultimately, I set the precedence for all of our dates. Once I paid for that, I was like, oh, okay, all right, this is your jam.
That's a new one. I'm about to write that down for next time me and my wife go out. You know the number to Capital One, baby.
Incidentally, he also called me while I was at work because I owned a business, and he said he left his wallet at the office and he had to pay his lawn guy. It had the lawn guy drive him by to pick up $20 or $40.
Oh my goodness!
And I gave it to him because you know what? Back then I was all about black love. I was like, listen, if I could support, because when you own a business, you have good times, you have bad times. It just so happened I had a really good time, so I was a little bit more giving.
Yeah.
But definitely set them precedents.
Yeah,
Smitty, I don't know where you went wrong. I don't know where you went wrong, Smitty.
I was getting compliments before, and now I'm getting like, what happened?
I'm sorry, Smitty.
But needless to say, she doesn't do that anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Pops?
I was just going to say, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, same thing happened to me. I went on a date and forgot my credit card, and when I opened my wallet, it was empty. And I looked at her, and I was panicked, and she was like, "What's wrong?" I said, "I'm not trying to be funny, but I left my credit card at home." And she was like, "Don't worry, I got you." And she paid for it, right? And of course, we had a good relationship for a little while, just because of that gesture. You know what I'm saying? She didn't look at me funny or anything like that. I thought it was very nice of her. Of course, I paid it triple and quadruple times, back with her. But I thought that was a very nice gesture when she said, "Don't worry, I got you." That was kind of cool.
I don't go on a date unless I know I have it for the both of us. That's like that's kind of a rule for me.
Good rule, yeah.
Yeah, unless I know that. Now, if it's somebody that I'm dating exclusively and I know he always got it, then I'm okay. Right. But if I go out, I'm gonna make sure that I have it just in case something happens.
Right. All right, Smitty, I take back what I said You did a good job on
Can't
this one.
stand
Back and
I
forth,
can't-
back and forth.
I know. I can't stand
My
him.
bad.
But I think it's about taking responsibility as a woman. I mean, this day and age, women are making just as much money as men.
Right.
you
Or
know,
more.
or more. And I think ultimately, I think it shows good faith. You know, if you invest in me, I invest in you. So you know, I'll pay for a dinner or two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
cheap
On
date.
first dates?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you
Especially
go.
if I ask, and I feel like if you ask for the date, you should. Now, most men will not let me pay for dates now.
Right.
Like I'm never paying for a date
Right.
ever. But you know, just know that in the back of your mind, you know that I never do that.
Right.
So, anyway, your pocket is now a lot fuller. You're welcome. You're welcome.